Are you a hypermobile human who feels like you struggle to keep your head upright during the day? Maybe you have a lot of neck pain. You might have craniocervical instability. You might have trouble swallowing and just a lot of issues with your neck. If this is you, then you are in the right place. I have some handy tips for you today and a little exercise to help practice building some strength in your neck. I'm Nicole, and I run this Pilates for Hypermobility YouTube channel, and I also teach Pilates for Hypermobility directly to clients in one-on-one sessions and group sessions as well. Today, we're going to talk about a tool that we can use to improve our neck proprioception and an exercise we can do to begin to load the neck. We're going to use one of my favorite tools, a towel. Use this to help our proprioception, which is our body's awareness, which is our brain's awareness of where our body is in space, to give feedback to the brain. What you're first going to do is grab your towel. You can pause the video and go grab your towel. I'll wait. And then come back. You're going to fold your towel so that it goes around your neck like so. Find your good posture. You could do this standing or seated. You want to be able to make sure you feel the towel against the back of your neck. Start by just nodding and lifting your head. And I want you to go in as big a range of motion as you can so that you feel the towel moving against your neck. So I can feel it down here for sure when I nod. And then same thing in the other direction. You're going to lift the chin up and then come back and notice if you feel the towel move away from your neck. So we're going to start by seeing if we can get just that little bit of movement up at the craniocervical top of the spine area, right where the spine goes into the cranium to your skull. You're going to do your nods again without letting the towel move. So it's going to be small. It's going to feel, if you're hypermobile, it's going to feel so restrictive. Whew, so tiny. That is the range of motion at the cranial cervical spot. We're going to do the same thing going back. So a little tilt. And you can kind of explore. If I go back too far, okay, that's too far. I'm going to readjust. And then I'm going to do just a tiny bit of movement here. So now my lower neck is stabilizing and I'm just rocking my brain, my skull, just on top at the top of my neck. So that's where we start. The next component to this is, can we keep the neck stable as we move the torso? So that's going to look like shifting forward. And we're going to use the towel again to give our brain some tactile feedback for proprioception to help our brain know where our neck is in space as we're moving. So the towel is going to go around the back of the neck. You can have your hands on your thighs, and you're going to look down a little bit at the floor and begin to hinge forward from your hip so your spine is staying nice and straight. And you're going to go forward and then come back. And you're only going as far forward as you can without the towel moving against your neck. So if you go forward and then your head drops and you can feel the towel move against the neck, you know you've gone too far and your head has moved. So you're just going to stay in that range that you can feel. The towel is staying still. So you're just going to pay attention to the sensation of the towel against your neck. And our neck has a lot of proprioceptors, like the bottom of our feet, like our hands, like our face. Our neck has a ton of proprioceptors. We can pick up a lot of information for the brain about where our body is in space, where the neck is in space with the towel. Try this as well. You're going to look forward at a point right in front of you, and you're going to keep your eye on that point as you go forward. And you'll notice, right, your neck, your head tilts back because your visual field is looking at that point. So you know as you tilt forward, you need to have your gaze down and lean in towards that point. And then can you come back without letting the towel move either? So we're hinging from the hips and just working on a range of motion in which we can keep our neck nice and stable. And you can use a towel, you could use a scarf, kind of anything that will give you some sensation on the back of your neck. Let me know in the comments how it goes for you, and I will see you in the next video.